Hello YouTube, welcome to this channel again. Today we're gonna talk about a rather unique crime, we will say. Do you think having a killing spree is innate in some people? Tell your explanation or ID in the comment and don't forget to like and share the video.
Where's your emergency?
The James Bulger crime is the story of two young boys who killed a 2-year-old boy. So here's the story. John Venabus, born August 13, 1982, and Robert Thompson, born August 23, 1982, skipped school on February 12, 1993. They did this regularly and ended up in a mall in Bootle. Venabus and Thompson abducted Bulger while he was playing outside a mall butcher where his mother was taking order. They went near the canal between Leeds and Liverpool where they hit Bulger. Then, after a long walk, they took Bulger onto a railway track near the disused Walton and Anfield station with the aim of throwing him under a train in the guise of an accident. They sprayed him with stolen blue paint, then they stripped him naked and beat him with bricks and iron bars to finally place stolen batteries in his mouth and leave him on the train tracks and left. Sometime later, a passing train cut Bulger's body in two. A medical examiner later found that Bulger was already dead before the train passed, and the cause was the beatings with the iron bars. The two young suspects were initially confused by the mass surveillance cameras. Indeed, we saw James Bulger leaving the center accompanied by two teenagers. One day, they received a call from a woman who tells them that she saw Robert Thompson and John Venabus with little James. After this information, the police sent an agent to check his version. When the agent arrives and rings the bell, it's Robert Thompson's little brother who answers and says to this agent, "We went to the funeral of this little James." The police then decide to summon the two children. They had to answer questions until John Venabus made a mistake. He claims not to have gone to the mall on that day of the disappearance, while his companion said the opposite. During their interrogations, the two children accused each other to finally recognize that it was Thompson who had engineered everything. They were then placed in police custody, then sentenced to prison until they reached majority. They therefore emerged in 2001 at the age of 18. After having remained in prison for 8 years, upon their release and to protect the two assassins, the authorities granted them a new identity. The murder of little Bulger was so heavy for his parents that they divorced the year following the tragedy, no longer able to comfort each other. They have since rebuilt their lives on their own. Denise, the mother, married Stuart Fergus in 1998, and together they had 2 sons. For his part, Ralph Bulger has also remarried and now has 3 daughters. What do you think about this case? I think these kids didn't know what they were doing. So, this is the end of the video. I hope you liked it and tell me in the comment what you think about it. So, I see you next week for a new video. Goodbye.